Okay, this is number 6 in the top 100 facts videos. Or 7. 100 facts. It's a lot of facts, and we're kind of, 7's a big number, but I want to stop there. This one's on the subject of God. I mean, why am I even bothering? I just can't, you know. I tried to make this video like yesterday, and the camera wouldn't work because it was too humid, and the little thing kept, sensor in the camera kept going off, and it's just a big hassle. And tough subject anyway. So the subject is, I can't even think of the subject, and yet I'm going to attempt to, I can't even say. God, I can't believe what brain's not working. I don't think there's any way you're going to be able to make a video out of this crap that you've come up with so far. The subject is absolute truth, our objective truth, and the fact that there is such a thing. Yeah, it's a fact that there is, there are truths that are just undisputable. And there's one reality, and people talk like, oh yeah, there's this dual realities, and everybody has their own reality, and we're all, whatever. No, it's just bullshit. We have to live, there has to be some sort of foundation, that applies to us all. Oh, there's just no way to do this subject. No fucking way. Well, it seems to me that this really should have been the first of the 100 facts. I mean, you know, people kind of have to accept the idea that there are facts before there's any point in explaining the existence or the actual facts themselves. I mean, they kind of have to concede that there are such a thing as facts. Is such a thing as facts. Is objectivity. It goes something like this. If I say it's objective, it's objective. Let's just make it easy. If I say it's an objective fact, it's an objective fact. That doesn't sound right. If you have a fact that can be viewed from any place, you can see it from anywhere, then it's an objective fact. Or if the fact is in a place that you can see from any place, that's the same thing, isn't it? I mean, I'm feeling a lot of pressure here, and I don't like it. Look, just slop something together and move on. No point in worrying about this. You gotta get this done, finished. This isn't even the important fact. This is just the fact that establishes that facts are important. So just move on. You're just wasting time with this. Sometimes making this video, I can't speak English. Well, it's not a good video because you really aren't doing enough work. I mean, some of this does require that you actually do some production, that you actually, write up some notes, get things prepared, create some slides, all this other crap, even maybe have some text that moves and do some stuff, and you're just not doing that. And so, unless you organize your content, yeah, it's going to be unorganized, you idiot. An objective truth can exist because it's basically a statement of words invented to basically describe the very thing being described. So, there certainly are absolute truths. Water is wet, liquid water. Can't be denied because the word wet was invented to describe water. I've used this example before, but yeah, okay. Liquid water is wet. Can't be denied. Because the word wet was invented to describe what liquid water is. Now, if I said water is wet, you couldn't argue with it because wet was invented to describe liquid water. But basically words are symbols of descriptive phrases. The word is its definition. And if we keep those definitions consistent from person to person, there should be truths that can be defined that are absolutely true. I'm sorry, what was the subject again? Objective. I mean, it should be unobjective. I mean, it should be like, a fact that you doesn't have an object point of view, that it has no point of view. There is no place. It exists. It exists any place and every place. Or, I mean, it can be seen from any place. It just shouldn't, this objective is just a bad word. But that's the key thing here, words. Okay, that's the key point. Words, it's all a word game. It really is too nice a day to be stuck making these stupid videos. Okay, objectivity. Objectivity. God, I really hate this subject. I mean, what do you do with it? How do you demonstrate? It's a hard subject to prove. I mean, how do you prove that facts are facts? Well, that supposed facts are facts. Such a tough subject, because it's hard enough defending the truth themselves, but to have to defend the idea of truth makes it even more almost paradoxical. Pretty sure I can explain this part better than you. The words like, okay, let's say I said there's no God. Now, the word no and God is the key part of this word definition, of the phrase, what the phrase is saying. And the word no really only gives you two choices, yes or no. It either is or it is not. It's not a maybe statement, it's not a possibility statement, it's not anything else, it's just a simple yes or no. And it only has the two answers. And so, there aren't multiple truths there. I mean, either yes or the no is correct, and that's the end of that. So there's not really any, there's no opportunity for, parallel truths, or, we're not going anywhere if we can't, walk on some kind of solid ground. There has to be. There just has to be some kind of truths that we all invest in. And if we don't invest those truths, we're just done. We're finished. There's nowhere to go. I mean, as I see it, that's almost my absolute truth, is that, there's just no future for humanity if we can't establish some basic truth. It's like we really do need to go through this one fact at a time and establish something that we can all agree on. And once we agree to that, then we can get somewhere. But, until then, we're going to have all this conflict and all this shit. Because some people are living in worlds where frogs fly. Words define words. Words are made up of words. And so this whole argument that there's no such thing as objective truth, that that nothing can be held to any kind of standard to be applied. If we're going to be honest to the language, that just can't be. There has to be an objective truth. So I think there's room to be able to say there are objective truths, and all that is necessary is that definitions be precise and that words be commonly understood. The same common definition for a word. And then phrases can be composed that can be established or stated as absolute truths.